Hi, this is Jay with Jay Prayer Coaching and Consulting. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I want to remind you that the stories that you tell about yourself are so powerful. The basis of all personal development and coaching work really does start with how you speak and how you talk about your life. And the stories that you tell are so important to pay attention to. Most of the time, if you have a negative story about your life, you would be showing up as the victim. In all of my work, everything I do is to empower you to have all the power in your life, right? You want to have the power in your life. When you're showing up as a victim or a martyr, you don't have the power, right? You're a victim. And so, excuse me. And so it's so important to pay attention to what are the stories that you tell and tell other people, right? So that what is the impression they're getting of you and your life? And are those stories really true, or are they told from the perception of your life as a victim? So here's what I want to put you on the hook for. If you hear yourself telling a story more than once, maybe twice, but if you catch yourself telling a story 3 times, I really want to encourage you to reframe the story. So in my work, one of the things we talk about is reframing stories. Reframing stories is just looking at them from a different perspective, maybe even putting yourself purposely in somebody else's shoes, and then telling the story from that point of view so that you can take your own personality out of it, but most importantly, so it can empower you. For example, if you have a story that you're too old to do something, right? I'm too old to go back to school. I'm too old to do that. Maybe we could reframe that, right? That makes you a victim. You're too old, you can't handle it. But maybe we could reframe that by saying, your wisdom will give you great experience when you go back to school, right? Maybe you have an advantage by being an older, non-traditional student. See, that's a way to reframe that and have you show up as powerful and have some possibility, right? So part of this is a muscle, right? Everything we teach is a muscle, but reframing your stories is one of the most powerful things you can do. You want to remember that it's all made up, right? My shirt says it's all made up. And it's not that things didn't happen to you, right? I'm not saying that stuff has happened to you, yes. But what you decided about that or what you made up about yourself about that all came from here. Yes, things happened, but your version of the story and your story about what happened came from here. And so you have the power to reframe it and to show up powerfully around it rather than a victim. That's what I want for you. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day.